Gary said he's gonna take you on a hunting trip, and when you're not looking, that hat's disappearing, son.
Maybe.
Hey, I got
a
toque too.
Oh,
nice.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, that'll be for when I'm out in the bar and freezing my ass off.
Damn, that is a nice toque.
Yeah, it is very nice too.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what's going on with you, buddy? You still rocking that same old Vortex hat? Nobody wants to steal that from you.
No. Got the sweat marks going already.
That's yours forever.
The one problem I have with hats is I eventually start getting the sweat line in the summer, especially when we go to 3D stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I just sweat like a pig. But it's it ruins a lot of my hats.
Yeah.
I
Just
guess True Ball is a little I got a dishwasher issue going on here. Uno momento, boys, talk amongst yourselves.
Ooh.
Yeah, no worries.
I guess I sparked something because I said dishwasher. Like, are there still people that don't realize you can clean your hats? Like, you can wash a hat.
Oh yeah.
Fuck, man. Go to the dollar store, get the little cage.
The only thing sometimes, is the starch in them. Like, they lose their shape.
Yeah, they do kind of tend to go a little bit softer.
Yeah.
I find what I was doing with mine is, like, when they're almost dry, like still damp a little bit, then I'll throw them in the dryer for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Just to get that quick. It kind of helps them
That heavy moisture out. Yeah.
Yeah. You got it all solved or what?
Yeah, I just turned the breaker off.
Catastrophe.
I hit it, but it comes back on automatically. It's gone into some sort of trouble situation.
Oh.
So it's okay. Breakers work. No electricity, doesn't run. What are we talking about?
Hats.
About hats? Still?
Yeah.
We're on hats?
Yeah.
Still?
Whoa. Like I said, most people don't realize you can fucking wash a hat. Like,
How?
what
Dishwasher.
do you mean? In the dishwasher, dude.
No, you fuck it up.
That was a comment that was
He really
made.
doesn't know. Okay, so if you don't find it at the dollar store, you'll probably find it at Walmart. It's just a plastic cage, okay? And it folds open. Put your hat on it, close it, you chuck it on the top rack of the dishwasher, and you fucking run it.
Really?
Bro, since I've been a child, this was the thing.
How are we brothers?
I don't know.
How the fuck is this the thing? And I didn't know for how many years has it been?
Bro, this has always been a
You've
thing.
been
Like I
letting me
said,
throw
ever
hats
since
away
I've
with
been a
sweat
child.
lines in them?
Bro, you could even just spray a little bit of water on it and let it, just to dilute the sweat a bit. That would help.
Man, it's a good thing we're brothers, man.
Or you
Even
just
wet,
pick,
a clean wet sponge would help. Like,
or you just pick which ones you wanna destroy and just be okay with it.
Usually what happens is once I get the sweat line in it, it becomes a gym hat.
well, yeah, like I got a devoted hat for like just all the time. That's why whenever you guys see me and I have like a Vortex hat on or something like that, it always looks like because I don't ever wear them.
Pristine.
One hat that I'm gonna fuck up totally, so that way when I go out, I can wear a hat that looks new.
Peyton's got closets of like just brand new hats with tags still on them.
I have a lot. I have a lot of hats.
You end up with a lot of hats by going to those tournaments and stuff, man. You end up, people give you stuff, and it's cool though. It's nice. I haven't had to buy a hat in a long ass time.
True.
It's been a minute. Like I've bought them, but I haven't had to. Right?
Yeah.
Sorry, what we were talking about the True Ball site that was coming out, the driver, and then it kind of got because of patent violations, I guess, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, apparently. I mean, it does appear to function relatively similar to to both the Proof and the UltraView.
Yeah, I was going to say the Matthews version of the UltraView, they were probably jumped all over them for that.
And the Boonies kind of in there too, looking almost identical. So,
yeah, I mean, I wonder how much of that they can actually patent, right? Like a slider is a slider.
And then Star Wars is going to come after them for their ad that they did.
Yeah.
Sorry, Disney.
Yeah.
Disney.
You imagine though? Do you imagine if we heard about that in a couple of days or a couple of weeks or whatever? Like True Ball's getting sued by Disney for
pull that commercial right now.
Yeah. What do we think the price on that's going to be? Does anybody have like a
Canadian? I'm going to say easily $599, $699, easily. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to come in below the UltraView
if they're smart. If they're smart,
but not by much.
No, probably I don't think they're posing it as
probably like $150 cheaper.
Yeah.
What's the new UltraView one? 800
Canadian?
Yeah,
it's like 800 Canadian. The Matthews one is like 1,050, and then
broke $1,000.
Yeah, it broke $1,000. Yeah.
Wow.
Don't talk about it, Josh. Don't bring it up.
Sorry.
I don't even want to think about.
Don't have to buy it.
I thought you were going to do the dialed. Oh, you're wavering. Oh no,
I'm wavering back.
We're losing them. We're losing them.
He's too busy talking to Matt. Matt's all fanboying him up.
Oh, by the way, speaking of Spot Hog,
next thing he'll be buying a vest. The Matthews.
Don't laugh. I looked at that vest that he had. I liked it too.
Yeah.
Apparently, they're very nice.
They look great. But Jesus, what are you doing?
I don't know. Well, anyway, I have to correct something I said on one of the podcasts. I said nobody has any Boonie sights from Spot Hog.
Retraction.
And turns out I'm full of shit.
Yep.
Because Matt from Evolve Archery has like 12 of them.
Yeah.
So, sorry, Matt. If you're looking for a Boonie sight, go see Matt. He's a great guy. And I'm an asshole.
Did he call you out on it?
What's that?
Did he call you out on it?
He messaged me. He goes, "Hey, man, I heard the podcast." And he didn't mean it in a mean way. He was just like, "I have 12 just so, you know." And I was like, "I will let everybody know I fucked up." I'm a lying motherfucker.
He's a great guy. How much are they retailing for?
They're not as bad. They're like $500 or something.
Yeah.
They're a lot more reasonable. But it's like 3 ounces lighter than a Fast Eddy, and a Fast Eddy is basically the equivalent of a boat anchor.
Something like that. I was thinking like a small tank, like a Panzer One. You know,
well, yours especially because you got the triple stack,
bro. I'm telling you, that thing is like
it's gotta go. It's gotta go.
Yeah, you do got to get rid of that.
Yeah, she's too heavy. She's too big. And the biggest problem that I have with it over everything is the size of the scope housing.
Right.
It's got to be like a 46 mil or something. Like that thing is big.
Yeah.
Coffee cup.
You can just upgrade it by putting a new scope on it.
I could, or I could help out a buddy of mine who's also going to help me out by selling me his site.
Who's selling you a site?
Well, on my screen, he's right over here.
You got friends, hey? You got friends in high places.
I do, yeah.
Jesus. All right. Well, fair enough. I might have an UltraView scope coming up for sale. Just a scope. Not an UltraView site.
Because as history has taught me, if I don't sell it to Gary, nobody will buy it. Because it's left-handed. Nobody ever buys left-handed stuff. We're always screwed.
It's true, man.
You kind of got a leg up on him, brother, because you can kind of force his hand on shit now, right? Because you're like the only lefty he knows, so you can be like, well, if you don't sell it to me, you're going to sit on it, fucker.
Yeah, no problem, dude. You just let me know when you're ready.
Cat's out of the bag. Yeah.
Hey, lucky us, we're right-handies, you know? It's fucking good. Right-handed.
Yeah, but you guys are lucky,
That was terrible.
Big pool
to
pick
pick
from.
A little bit odd.
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, you run into Shooter's Choice, and, like, again, no matter when you walk into Shooter's Choice, for some reason their used inventory is always, like, spilling out the hall almost.
They got a lot.
It's great, man. Like, for people who are on a budget or who are just gear guys that like to, like, keep swapping stuff out and trying stuff, I mean, it's great to walk in and see all that. But, again, same issue. I'll walk up, and there'll be, like, 19 different brands of sites of used stuff. And there'll be, like, one lefty guy that's, like, some trophy taker from, 1989. And
when Gary goes to Shooter's Choice, he spends most of his time in the release section.
Yes.
Oh, I do too.
Do you really? Yeah, but he's planning on how he's going to switch his release up again.
No, I'm just checking them out.
You're just
no, I'm switching up again.
Of course.
Is the chocolate going away?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
like
what's
months
next?
before a tournament, though, so it's not like the day before.
Is that the one from TAC? No, that's the new one.
That's a Wise.
No, that's the Wise choice. That's the one you shot. Can you shoot it at TAC?
Oh, I don't know. It just looks like all of a sudden it looks like it's in much better condition.
No, same condition. It's always been in good condition.
Always been.
Must be the camera making it look fancy.
Trying to say it's in terrible shape. What are
trying to make it cheaper? Fuck, shut up.
What are we
actually, the chocolate would be good for a guy like you.
Oh no,
because you got those fucking mitts on you.
I'm sold on the stand.
No doubt. Those things are great, man.
This thing is ridiculous.
That's
so
the
good.
clicker.
Click, click, click.
Nice.
Payton's
Does it have an adjustable click?
No.
Oh.
The click is quieter than the mechanism going off.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
What do we think Bowtech's coming with here? We saw that little reel the other day.
Well, by the shape of the ingot or the hunk
material
of metal
type.
Yeah. It's definitely a hunting bow.
Yeah.
Like it has that sort of U shape to it. And if they foreshadowed anything with prototyping, it was the Honor this year.
True.
So maybe, when ATA used to be a really big event for the archery industry, and now it's kind of died down and all companies are kind of weeding their way out of it. But some companies like to keep something,
just
in their back pocket just for ATA. So I'm sure it'll be interesting, and I'm sure we'll hear all about it when it releases.
What if it is a magnesium bow? I don't know.
I would hope it's going to be one of those. That
the problem
style,
is,
anyway.
I don't know how magnesium is made into a riser. Like maybe it's not milled out of a block like aluminum is.
Well, it would be. The only thing is, it's just they're adding different alloys during the forming process, basically, right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
So when they go to create these metals, they're all going to be in molten form. But
imagine if they come out with something just super lightweight and gangster.
Well, I mean, you look at the Honor. That was what, a 31 at 3.4 pounds or something.
Yeah, it's 31.5 at 3.5 pounds or something, like 3.4,
right.
3.5.
So, like, I mean, they took a metallic bow and made it as light as the lightest carbon bow.
Lighter.
So
3.6.
Why not just
for a levitate?
Fucking run with that like you stole it?
It's pretty wild.
You know what I mean? Make all your bows out of that. What are you doing?
The only worry would be price, right?
What did they name it again?
That Virtue.
Virtue, yeah.
Virtue.
That's what was written on the ingot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked, I mean, it's hard to tell on a camera, but it didn't look like a long ingot either. It looked to be like it was going to, I was thinking, I was like, that's kind of short because they're going to take so much off, right?
Oh, yeah, there's
so much wastage with metal machining. So, like, I'm thinking that's going to be like around a 30, 31.
29.
Yeah, probably around 31.
Virtue doesn't lend you, it sounds like a girl's bow. Do you know what I mean?
That's a good guess. Yeah.
Like it doesn't sound like something you would name
manly
on a hunting bow for
masculine.
You mean something for someone with a shorter draw length and shorter draw weight?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So for me, but I mean, maybe I'm wrong, man. Maybe that's just a code name or some shit. You know what I mean?
Who knows? They could have just done that to throw us.
When's it come out again?
2 days.
It's on the 8th.
Yeah. Oh, Wednesday?
So, same day this releases, actually.
Oh, bummer. Yeah. That's why I was hoping Payton would come on. Like, he had some inside info,
No.
Spill it.
Being
Spill
a Bowtech man. No. Spill your guts. Tell us about the precious.
Speaking of Bowtech, I should have a new bow in the next few weeks.
Ooh, motherfucker.
Yeah, the Proven 34.
Nice. I figured you would.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good choice.
Yeah.
What do you think of Dudley's new colors for his target bow?
It's only a matter of time.
Yeah.
What's that, the bright green and white?
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll have a hunting bow from them too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure.
That's a year or two away, but he'll have
all white.
Sure. Yeah. Probably. I'm still jealous of that white levitate. I haven't seen it in forever, but I still want one.
Oh, he probably won't. Maybe he
Listen,
that's
to
hanging
be
on the
able
wall.
to get that thing now, that bow is going to become like a holy grail of the archery community.
Oh, some millionaire is going to buy it.
Yeah, 25 years from now, it's just going to pop up all of a sudden, and everybody's going to be like, "Oh my god, I know that bow."
It's not the only white one, though, is it?
It's
like
the only all white one I've ever seen.
Oh shit!
White body with limbs, like everything is white.
That's depressing if it's the only one.
It never went through production.
No, that's what he was saying. Remember, we talked to him about it.
He'll probably auction it off for a fundraiser.
True.
Just send it to us. We love that bow. Fuck off. You know what I mean? Just get out.
We'll ask him. We'll ask him.
Come on, you did the intro for our video, man. Just send us a bow. We'll share it. We'll pass it around. Well, the boys can't shoot it anyway because they're lefties.
Half
just
of
turn
us
it upside down.
It.
I'll let you touch it.
Just turn it upside down, Josh.
Turn it upside down. Put a whisper biscuit on upside down so you can shoot it.
No problem.
What could go wrong?
That'd be hilarious. I'd love to see that. So, boys, it was a kind of a downer of a season. I'm not gonna lie. Except for you,
what'd you learn?
Look at the fucking shit-eating grin on your face, man. You know, I love you though. It's okay. I learned that I don't scout enough for sure. And my second is I don't have enough alternate spots to go to close to me for starters, so that I can get out on quick hunts. And I just need a few more areas that I can hit up when mine are cold, right? When you've got nothing on camera for a week, go somewhere else. Those are my two, I think, biggest problems right now. You? What do you think? Well, we all know your problem. You got too cocky with your private land.
Yes.
Guilty.
Fucking no problem.
You just that shit went right to the head, right to the dome, and he went. We got this in the bag, and then now
got lazy.
Yeah. So just again, more scouting for you, and
it's just, get in the fucking woods. Yeah.
You got a lot of public land around you too.
He does. Yeah.
In Ottawa. Yeah,
up around there, more than we got down here. Around Guelph. Tis known around here. And then Josh, you feeling the same way? Like you're just scouting?
I think I put too much. I thought it was going to be a done deal on that farm, and it was not. So that really, that and scouting more. I got to do a lot more earlier scouting. Like I can remember hearing Dave talk about scouting like in January, right? Like,
but that fella, he's a unit though. You know, he's different.
I know, but I think I need to identify spots early on, and more than one, so you're not just going back to the same spot all the time.
Exactly.
And take advantage right now of the snow being on the ground.
Yeah. Go for a walk. Yeah.
You really get an idea of highways and traffic. And
so I went to pick up some meat from the family property that I go to. The rule up there is if you're there and somebody shoots a deer, they split it amongst everybody that's there. So I went to pick up some, and he said that he went up there for like a late season bow hunt with his crossbow, and he had a trailer full of carrots, and he broke the axle on the trailer, so he ended up flipping the trailer over, and he left and came back a few weeks later with his son, and he said they could see everywhere. There's deer everywhere, and he could see exactly where they were all going. So he's like, next year in the spring, we're cutting a new trail for you. We're going to move your stand to a completely new spot. So I'll have a different area on that property, which will be good.
Nice. Yeah, that's the key, right? Is to just know where they are, scout, have multiple locations that you can work with. Dave's such a fucking unit, man. He called me like the other day, like just before the end of the season. He's like, "Hey, man, you want to do like a last day of the season hunt?" And I was like, "All right, fuck it, man. I ain't got to be back till like 8:30 because it's New Year's Eve. Let's do it." So we go up. He brings me. I love that dude, but he brings me in this fucking swamp, bro. Just
where he always goes, man.
half frozen. Usually he's got a hard path to walk on, but not this time, man. We are walking in water, like right up to the edge of your fucking boot. I tear a hole in my left boot, so it's slowly filling up with water, which was great. So we found a couple good trees. We're like, all right, fuck it, let's hit this, man. And there was he knew there was deer in there everywhere because there was goddamn tracks. It was wild in there.
Yeah.
And we did see a few like off in the distance through the trees coming through, but we did have to pack up we stayed till dark.
Nice.
You know? And then
yeah, they love those swamps.
Yeah, they fucking swamp donkeys, man.
Yeah.
You know? So we're back at the truck talking, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm going scouting tomorrow." I'm like, "Dave, season's up." Like, he's like, "I don't give a fuck." That dude's just scouting, man. He's just
all the time.
But this is the thing,
he likes looking for deer.
And this is the one thing for sure I know that Dave's got over all of us on this, is that he's incorporated his scouting into his regular weekly routines.
Big time.
Just like his going to the gym, just like going to work, just like whatever. It's Tuesday evening. Go.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not sitting on the couch watching Netflix, right? He's like, I'm going to go scout some fucking deer. And you're like,
okay. Whether it's scouting or the hunt itself or baiting or whatever, it's like, it seems like the same interval every so many days. Dave's in doing whatever.
Yeah.
Well, people separate the two between hunting and scouting.
It's all the same.
And realistically, you got to treat it as the same thing.
Yeah, you're basically hunting deer while you're scouting. Just you're not going to kill them.
Yeah, you're hunting them is just learning. You're learning patterns. You're like guerrilla warfare. I'm just gonna watch for 7 months.
Yeah. And there's a big difference between. There's a difference between knowing that there's deer in that area and where they are, and thinking that there's deer in that area.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. It's like, because it's deceiving too when you get into like the nice hardwoods and stuff like that, and you're like, this looks like fucking deer country. It's like, that's just because it looks nice to you. Yeah. And you're like, look at all these nice lanes with these all tall trees, and I'll just get up in this sumbitch, you know what I mean? But
that's what the reality, Disney deer like.
They're probably not there. No. They're probably running ridges somewhere else, or
down in some little gully,
or maybe they just pass by at nighttime.
Yeah, exactly. It might just be a travel corridor, in which case, you know what I mean? Good luck unless you're there.
That's what happened to me that's what happened to me at the other spot I was on.
Right.
So,
yeah, it's a hard game. Like I said, that's why they call it hunting and not killing.
It's true.
It's not. I mean, out of the three of us, or the four of us, I mean, only Payton tagged out this year, that's pretty big. Even Dave didn't tag out this year, you know? And that guy put in work like a savage. Payton put in work too, and he knows where
Dave did shoot a tree.
Dave did shoot a tree. He had a little mishap, a little misfire. It's okay, buddy. You'll get them next time.
There's a few.
Got that tree good though.
There was a few close calls by some of the people in the group this year.
Yeah, I mean, I had a doe at 42, but just didn't have a lane to shoot it. I would have hit a branch for sure. It was pretty early season, so I didn't really put effort into like trying. But yeah, it's one of those things. Did you see any bucks on that farm, Josh, at all?
Just running by. None of them stopped. Yeah.
Buggers, eh?
They're just passing through.
Well, I tell you, those bucks are wily, man. They're hard to find.
Yeah.
In daylight. I know where there's lots of them at night.
Those are all hanging out after dark.
So what's everybody's
wily, man?
I guess what's everybody's plans for this hunting season? Everybody's obviously scouting more. Applications, what's everybody putting in for?
Bear. I am switching a lot of my focus to bear.
You going back to bear, hey?
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I've given up on whitetail or nothing. It's only been 2 seasons. But in the area that I live, a spot and stock hunt for whitetails not really a thing.
I don't think it is
you're either in a tree stand or you're in a ground blind. They're okay. I'd much rather walk.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, that's indicative
for days. But I know, like a bear, I'm going to spend more time probably still in a tree.
Probably over a bear,
for sure.
Yeah.
There are plenty of areas around me. Lots of burr.
Yeah.
So I just think it's going to keep me more productive. I think I'll be into it more.
And everybody's applying for moose, right?
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, good. That's good stuff.
Gotta get some points, man.
And then we're gonna dip our little feet into non-resident hunting in the USA.
Yes. Oh, yeah? This year we need to try that.
We're gonna dip our foot, applications where you have a chance as a non-resident and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And we might not get anything for this year or next year, but you don't accumulate points unless you start applying. So you might as well start applying. And if one of us gets lucky, then we'll do what we got to do.
I may be trying to get back to BC in September. If not this year, it'll be next year. But
the other thing too,
few things that have to happen for that to happen. So
some stars got to align.
Yeah,
a little bit. Yeah. I mean, sponsors are legal out there, right? So you don't. I mean, if we could, I'm trying to work on a couple buddies that I know out there. See if they could.
Well, no, I know people that'll do it. It's just marrying up the time with
finding
them being available at the same time that I can be available and
lining
all that stuff. And
that's why I decided that I was going to build a rifle, because in some of the states you can apply for. It's not like here where you can only, like when you apply for moose here, you apply for either bow or rifle, and that's the only application you get to put in. Down there in some of the states, like let's say elk, for example, you can apply for the archery season, the rifle season, and the late season, which you can use anything, and they're all separate draws. So it increases your chances of getting that tag, which is kind of cool.
Not bad.
I like that way.
We could dip down to PA for an elk hunt.
Yeah, for sure. It's close.
Yeah.
Right? And there's a couple other states that allow non-resident guys too, and they make it pretty easy, which is kind of cool. So, Peyton, what about you? You obviously you're doing the moose and all that stuff.
Yeah, I'll apply for moose. Probably going to do a bear camp this year up north where I normally go.
Ooh, we'll talk. We'll elaborate on that more, but continue
after. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then moose, bear. We'll do whitetail again. The only difference is I'm going to put more effort into additional tags this year.
Yeah.
The farm that I have, it's fun, but it's such a small piece of property. Like I can't go out and go scouting in it. Like there's certain sections of the field that I can hunt, and then there's border lines. So outside of that, like if I want to get out more and do more scouting, that's really where I got to be. So
right,
it's going to be all public land stuff, probably near Hanover.
Yeah,
just north of Guelph.
Yeah, it's a good spot. Bit of a drive, but not too bad. When it comes to what's that, Josh?
Are we all go ahead, boy. Are we all going to attack this year?
That is a good question. We do have to talk about that.
Yeah,
we got to figure out what we're going to do there and how many of us are going, and we'll have to get all the boys together. We got to get together for like a lunch or something. Not you, brother. You're too far away.
Fuck you too.
You can come if you want. I'll get you a hotel.
Yeah, damn. Jeez.
I'll get you a hotel. But you were just here. I didn't figure you want to drive down again. No, you come down. I'll get you a hotel room. Well, actually, we could all just meet in the hotel and have yarns.
Stove in there and everything. We cook up big scoff nachos or.
Speaking of bear camp, I had a thought the other day, and I've been looking at shit on Amazon, and you can get those teepee tents with stove jacks in them.
Yeah,
and you can basically
$200.
Yeah, $200. They don't come with the stove anymore, unfortunately. Now they just come with the stove jack, but you can also get a titanium stove for like $280. So for 500 deep, you got a nice big 8-man teepee tent with a titanium stove, which is pretty fucking sweet.
Yeah.
Sorry, what size tent?
8-man.
Is it a canvas tent?
No, it's one of those teepee tents.
Not canvas.
Pole in the middle is not canvas. It's like tent material, a little heavier, but Not, but they say 8-man, but you can't put 8 men in there.
More like
no, it's a 4-man comfortable.
5 to 6, yeah.
And that's without the stove in there. With the stove in there, you're talking 3 people. With the pole in the center, right?
Yeah.
But I thought that would be that would make for a great bear camp for the spring, because at night it still gets kind of cold.
Mm-hmm.
And if you had a little stove in there, boy, I'll tell you, you'd be, that makes life a lot easier.
Yeah, and then we were looking at the insulated pop-up fishing huts.
Yeah, bro, they're like $600, man.
But bro, did you look at the non-insulated ones?
They're cheap.
Oh, they're so much more affordable. You get a huge one for the same price as the little one.
But they're sweet because they're just pop-outs.
Yeah, and you can still put a fucking stove tent in that. Stovepipe up through that, as long as you put the
they got a jack in some of them.
Yeah.
So there's a couple options there. I haven't really sorted out which one it's going to be yet, but I think setting base camps is going to be the way to go for some stuff.
Be funner.
Yeah, I kind of like the idea of setting up a base camp.
It'll be funner. We'll be more comfortable.
Yeah, rather than driving hours and hours and hours to,
and then sleeping on the ground.
Mm. And
if you got, where are you thinking about?
What's that?
Where are you thinking about doing?
Where to set up a camp?
Yeah.
Well, that's another question.
Well, even if we went up north for moose, or let's say we happen to make Hell's Canyon work out this year.
Yeah. I was thinking up around like Sunridge area, up around where your cottage is, Josh, just, in one of those old woods roads somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
There's lots of bears up there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it doesn't present itself much for a spot and stock up there because it's pretty thick. But, if you had a barrel, you could pop up on a weekend. The problem is, right, if I have free time on a weekend, I can't just go up there because I don't have a place to stay, a lot of fucking around. But if you had a camp like that, you could, right?
Mm-hmm.
And most of my weekends are not spoken for, so I could go up. Right? And then if somebody else was free as well, then we can just pitch a camp and we're good. Which is convenient as fuck.
Yeah.
Right? That's the plan anyway. I'm not sure how I'm going to make it work. I got to get some barrels too.
Yeah.
That too, yeah. It's a lot of work to bait bear.
Bro, bear hunting.
Oh, Jesus.
Rough as fuck, dude.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a lot of work to whitetail too, man. It's all, I guess none of it's easy, is it? Or everybody do it.
Yeah. Bear, you really got to be doing it about a month before
prior.
Every weekend. Yeah.
Yeah.
3-4 weekends in a row.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had a bit of bait up there before. I mean, and Dave is up there too. He's going to be doing some baiting too, so we can probably share the load a little bit.
Yeah.
If we can get consistent about rotating through the weekends, it would work out.
If I'm going up, I'll just bait everybody's barrel for them.
Well, as all of us would, right? Everybody just take your turn and.
Yep, that's what I mean. So
chance to use the canoe.
I'm not baiting any barrels that I got to paddle a canoe by myself.
Oh, big baby, wear a life jacket.
I can't fucking swim. I'm not drowning.
I just said wear a life jacket.
I know, but Dad's not going out that way. You know what I mean? If I'm going out, I'm going out.
If you got a life jacket on, how you going out?
What do you mean you can't swim? You can't swim?
Close up.
No,
I've been telling him for years I'm going to teach him, but
how
he
never. Swim with all this muscle, man?
Fuck off.
Oh, we're going to teach you how to swim this summer.
Biggest muscle in your mouth.
Yeah, but everybody said that, Josh, and I've never, ever, ever been able to pick it up, really.
Well,
I mean, I can swim like 6 feet.
And then
shit starts to go awry. I start to go.
All you got to do is learn how to swim on your back. Fuck
that's
the rest.
Even harder again.
No. You got to trust yourself, that's all.
Maybe I'm just a land-dwelling animal.
You guys lived on an island.
But I worked on water fucking ocean rigs in the middle of the Atlantic.
Oh, yeah. Most people don't know how to swim.
90 miles offshore, and most fellas on that son of a bitch didn't know how to swim.
Oh, did anyone ever fall off?
Out there, of course. Out there, you don't. It don't matter if you know how to swim, anyways. You're
just hypothermia is getting you.
Well, the impact on the water off the rig.
Oh, if you fall off the rig, you're
what's going to get you.
Yeah, you're probably unconscious. Would be.
Oh yeah.
Guess. Nobody's ever fallen off while I was out there, so I don't know. And plus, the North Atlantic's quite cold.
Well, this is what I'm saying, right? I don't give a fuck how good of a swimmer you are. You're not impenetrable to.
Well, when that Kruger helicopter went down, only one fella survived long enough to get to the hospital, and then he still didn't make it.
That's what I mean, right?
And they had survival suits on.
Yeah, forget your swimming. I don't care if you're a fucking lifeguard for the Coast Guard. Like
them survival suits float you and everything.
Yeah,
full body suits, man. And they still no go, you know. Anyway, it was a tragedy.
It was, yeah.
It was awful.
It's okay.
Why everybody else knows how to swim, eh?
We'll teach you how to swim.
Well, yeah.
Pick on the one fucking guy who doesn't, you know.
We're not picking on you. We're all trying to be supportive. We've all been telling you for years we'll teach you. You just don't want to.
It's like I got like a support crew for swimming around.
No, he just likes the attention.
No, just you can stand off the dock at the cottage, and then we'll get you to swim out a little bit. And just
yours is a good spot to learn, actually.
Yeah, it is
pretty good
because you can just put your feet down.
Yeah, because there are places deep enough there where you can swim, but you could just stand up if you had to stand.
Well, like where we were stood up there, just holding on to the dock.
Yeah,
just right there, right? Because
well, I was
in your brain, you know.
I mean, I guess I was swimming there a little bit when we were up there, but it wasn't like. I don't consider swimming because I can't get
do a fucking 100-meter breaststroke.
You're not going to swim out to the island and back. Don't worry.
If I had to save somebody, you're all fucked. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but you wouldn't go for that because now you got two people that you got to save.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's just not logical.
I'm just letting everybody know if we're all in a boat together, if you falls off, don't yell CJ. Yell anybody else on the boat. You know what I'm saying?
Next time we all goes to Josh's cabin, I'm bringing floaties.
Oh, I got
I'll wear water wings, man.
I'll give you the unicorn one. You can wear.
No, I want ducks. Duckies. Or if you can find like bucks or something, that'd be cool. I'd be down to do that.
You gotta earn those ones.
Buck floaties. What's that?
I said you gotta earn those ones.
Yeah, earn them. One lap around the dock.
He's like, shoot a buck first, you fuck, and then you can have your buck floaties. You know. It's been a struggle on these whole bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess Dave is not going to make it. He was stuck at the shop, so
it's unfortunate.
I feel bad for that, buddy.
Likes to work.
He's a working dude, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he likes working at that roofing, man. It's dark for roofing work. Oh.
Hey, does anyone go ice fishing?
Who?
Does anyone go ice fishing here?
I would.
I have.
I've ice fished.
I think most people have.
I did it once.
Do you ice fish, Pete?
Yeah.
You like walleye?
Anything.
Oh.
Pike.
Whatever
walleye.
bites the hook.
Yeah.
Are pike any good?
Oh yeah. They're bony though.
Bony?
Oh, yeah, you got to know how to cut them, how to fillet them.
Bony.
Yeah.
I've never been a good filleting fella. Usually left that to the old man. He wasn't very good at it either. Pop was good at it.
You just didn't like
you both had the same problem with it.
Yeah, we're a little.
What did it work? This is garbage anyway. This is bullshit knife.
We're a little rammy, you know.
Rammy.
What are you gonna do? Josh, how's the podcast going anyway? How you feeling about it? Like what's
it's good. It's good. I've just been
For those of you who don't know, Josh has launched his podcast.
Yeah.
And you should go listen to it because it's really good. I very much enjoyed the first episode. It was very well done. I applaud you, sir.
Yeah, I've got about 8 episodes done.
Mm-hmm. Sweet.
And they're all like scheduled, so I don't have to frantically scramble.
Which was like upload it and scheduled, and they'll just beauty.
So I got a few more this week and a couple next week, and then should be a little more relaxed. So
young David was on the first one, right?
He was, yep.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to say who number 2 is, or are you gonna keep that as a?
Well, he's got clips of the first few episodes out.
Oh yeah, I didn't know if he had them labeled as like in order.
Oh,
of who's coming on.
Oh no, well they are on YouTube. If you go to YouTube, they're all there. But Payton's number 2.
Ooh,
nice.
Look at you, buddy. I love it.
So
that thing's going well. I loved it.
I was saving you two for the end of our season, so we'd have a story to tell. But we all have the same story to tell.
the story of no success.
That's right.
Fuck, you know.
So we'll have to get that going.
There. Don't worry about it. We got lots of time. We're friends forever now.
Oh, I know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're stuck with me whether you like it or not.
Hey, buddy, it's worse for you, man. I'm gonna be like shit on a wool blanket, you know. We're buddies for life now, buddy.
In there.
Just getting in there.
Yeah, it's good. I have to say, we have a pretty wicked community because I literally went on Instagram and just fired off messages to people that I've been following every level of like.
And you got good responses?
Yeah.
Good, man.
So some people are harder than others to nail down for a time, but that's just because of the nature of their job. But
did you get any that people that just went, I'm not even replying to this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like,
who is this person?
Who the fuck are you?
Who thinks they may speak to me?
Especially because when I was sending them out, I hadn't actually released anything yet, right? So they're probably like, "What's this guy all about?" Right? Which is a natural thing, especially when some of the people I thought I wouldn't hear back from, I did. So that's kind of nice. So
it's a testament to their character.
So
Should
we be like really focused soon for anybody important?
Yeah.
Well, Payton's important.
Well, yeah,
we can talk to him whenever we want. We got his number.
You got my number. Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? If we want to talk to Payton, we can just pick up the phone and be like, "Hey, buddy, what's going on?" You know, actually, I didn't mean it that way, Payton, because I don't call you enough. It's not that I don't. See, I fucked up there, right? Fuck you. I was at your birthday. I love you, buddy. Which I had a great time at, actually. That was good.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had fun.
Yeah, it was good, man.
So you can see it if you go on YouTube, but I'll tell you right now. So Payton's number 2. Jogabo is episode 3.
Fucking Jogabo, you know. That guy's a beauty, by the way.
Yeah, he's amazing. Amber from Numa is number 4.
Ooh, good. Yeah, very nice.
John Mulligan, so Johnny Utah from
That's cool, man.
Primal Divide. He's coming on. We saw him at TAC briefly. He was behind us a few targets.
Yep.
Who else? There's a guy named Travis Sloan who's from South Africa.
I saw the clip.
Outdoors with Travis. He's it's pretty wild over there, man. Like I won't give too much of it away, but there's no public land over there. It is all private. So you have to go through the landowner.
That's a bummer.
So he's kind of made some connections with people and is setting up a business where he will prearrange your hunt for you.
Okay.
And do all the legwork. All you got to do is book your ticket. So
like a travel agent.
Yeah. So he said, as long as you're not looking for those, massive target animals, you're just looking to get a variety of African animals down there. He can set you up, and he said around 5 or 6 grand you can get away with a few.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
No, I've looked at some Africa hunts, and they're affordable.
A hunting agent, that'd be a cool job.
Getting over there is the problem.
Yeah, it's like a $2,000 plane ticket.
Many
each
dollars.
way, probably.
Yeah. I wonder if it would be better if you flew out of Buffalo. Probably doesn't matter.
Cheaper to fly from the States, I'd say.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah.
And then I've got Jeff Cordero. He does a lot of videos like us, and he's a NASCAR tire changer too.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
For his day job.
Cool guy.
And then Anthony from AP86 Media. He does a lot of photography. So we're
very cool. It's a good variety of people.
Yeah. And we got a bunch more, but I'm still ironing them out. So
yeah, that's cool, man.
It's fun.
Did you see that fucking video from Matthews, Land Unlocked?
Yes.
That is a commitment to elk hunt. Like, I've never fucking seen. That dude bought one of those little fan chairs that you fly with a parachute. Then he went to Florida, learned how to fly the fucking thing, and then he flew into a spot that was landlocked to hunt fucking elk.
6 years.
But how'd he get it out?
He flew it out.
Flew it out. You can take off with it.
in pieces.
Yeah,
he broke it all down.
Yep,
I'll have to check that out.
Oh yeah, it's
that's
good.
Listen to me. That's more commitment to go hunting than anybody I know.
Yeah.
You like,
I'm gonna spend $12,000 on this little mini paraglider,
and then however much it costs to get licensed for it.
There were times where he'd fly in, and the one that he wanted to shoot was over the fence, so he couldn't go get it.
Yeah, because it was on the private side, so he couldn't do it. So he had to like go back. It's like, goddamn, man, like,
yeah,
that's a lot of effort.
Yeah,
I applaud him. I think it's cool
for sure.
I'm staggered that anybody has that kind of gumption to get into a place like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I mean,
commitment.
That is fucking commitment, right?
Yeah.
It truly, truly is.
Not just of like your own personal time. Like, there's a lot of resources you had to commit to that too.
You could also fucking die.
Well, yeah.
You would fall out of the
he
sky.
He crashed a couple times, bro.
Yeah, I ran out of gas.
One was bad.
Yeah,
like just
one guy gave him shit. Remember that farmer? He was like, "What? The fuck?
He was like, "You fucking idiot! You could have died in my field, you dummy."
Yeah.
And then his wife was like, "Bro, I don't know about this no more."
You gotta sort your shit out. You bring enough gas. Come on.
Damn, like you never brought a fuel gauge? You're flying, man.
It's like a lawnmower. You just look at it. You go, oh, it's almost out.
But he couldn't look back enough. So I was like, I think what happened was he ended up moving the fuel tank up between his legs, so he could see the fuel.
You'd have to do something. You gotta know how much gas you got.
Oh, for sure.
What a story!
I was one of the coolest hunting videos I've ever seen.
I
a little long-winded, but
yeah, the first it takes like half of it to.
It takes a long time to get to hunting.
But I think it was 2 or 3 years ago, Jason Matzinger did a video about landlocked land. I had no idea that was even a thing. But there's so many parcels over there that are just locked within private pieces and you can't access it.
Yeah. Well, the Meat Eater boys were talking about it a little bit when they had that, because they were talking about a guy that got caught and some guy took him to court for corner crossing. So it's where two pieces of private land meet, but it's like a checkerboard, and then these two are public. So there's no way to cross that corner crossing without stepping on somebody's land or through it, right? So what they did is they brought a ladder, and an 8-foot ladder, and they walked over it.
I love it.
Turns out you only own about 6 feet of air rights over your land or something like that. So because they went 8 feet, they were in the clear. They weren't breaking any rules. They were in, so the judge did rule in their favor, and they didn't get sued or any of that stuff.
Can you imagine giving that much of a shit over the air above your fence? Like, they're not even stepping on your property. They're
here was the problem.
The
it was never about that. What it was about was this guy bought this fucking ranch, and the other guys around him didn't hunt. So as far as he was concerned, when it came to elk, he had his land and all this landlocked public land that nobody could access. So he basically had hectares of land that he could hunt that nobody could fuck with. Turns out these boys found a way around it. And when people find a way around your nonsense, guys get upset, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think you should be able to landlock land like that.
No.
I think there should be some sort of easement access for the public, whether it's a 6-foot road. You know what I mean?
Even a walk path, whatever.
Even a walk path.
Put it right on the property line.
Yeah.
I don't even think we have anything like that here.
Oh, yeah, you do.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. There's a spot that I tried to scout for deer out kind of towards Hamilton Way, and there was literally no access to it anywhere.
Wow.
There was
it's like that up here, too.
Yeah, there was one little walk path that went in there, but that was owned by the farmer. And you couldn't use it to access that fucking land. It was completely landlocked.
Because he's hunting that piece.
Yeah,
for sure. And you're kind of handcuffed in that regard, because there wasn't even a corner crossing place. It was literally just surrounded by private land in a box. So you're handcuffed, right? Sucks, man.
That's crazy.
Makes life hard.
Yeah, it's weird that they would do that when they're selling land and stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, people don't give a fuck about hunters, man.
Yeah, no, I don't even mean for the hunting aspect of it.
But
Just
land
mean for the
locking
logistical.
Yeah,
part of
landlocking
it,
public
right?
land
Like,
is not a good idea.
No, because then you, well, regardless of the public part, like Crown is who deals with it. So now you got to deal with Crown whenever they want coming into their land because they don't give a fuck.
No, they're coming in anyway.
My land's in there, yours is in the way. I'm getting across it.
Yeah, no, that's true. Peyton, when's the podcast coming? Do you know yet?
I'm not rushing it.
I feel you. Don't rush it. It's not a bad thing.
It'll come when it comes.
It'll come when it comes. I like that. That's good. All right, boys. On that note, we will end the show. Thank you very much for listening. If you want to catch any of Josh's new episodes, you can find them on. You got Spotify, everything, Apple Podcasts, all that shit, right?
And video versions on YouTube.
Yeah, beautiful. And we have the same. Obviously, you can find us under Full Draw anywhere on any of the social media or YouTube. And you can find Peyton in the same spots as well under Peyton_Golden, right?
Yep.
God damn, I'm on fire, see? I knew it. Okay, boys. Thanks for coming on. Again, we appreciate it. Hopefully we have some better luck next season. We just got to put in a bit more work. Except for you, Peyton. Peyton had all kinds of luck. Okay, thanks for listening, folks. Good night.
Love shout.